All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's given me a great honor, also a great privilege, to introduce our International Vice President of the Circle of Masters, Grandmaster Daniel L. Verkerke. Well, Dan, how are you today?
Great, great.
It's really good seeing you today. It's good being back in Canada.
And it's great having you all here.
I really don't know what to ask you, because I just about know everything about you, but I guess I need to ask some things that the audience don't know. Tell us a little about Seicho Jutsu. How did you begin to develop the system?
Well, I developed the system completely in 1981. The process was stemming from 1973 upward until then. Me in my search for martial arts, knowing pretty much what I wanted but not realizing it, I went from school to school, from one side of Canada to the other, and I've also been abroad through Europe as well as the States. And I really couldn't find what I was looking for. And through the realization is, I knew what I wanted all along. I was just looking for a place where I could fit in. I couldn't find the place where I fit in, so I created it. It's pretty much how it came to be.
Can you say that within your own search, you began to come out from within?
Definitely, definitely. It's a process, an evolving process. As you learn and experience through different things in life, you take those experiences, if you reflect upon them, you can learn many, many other lessons. It's a matter of taking one experience, one lesson, and instead of just looking for one answer or one reaction, which is the initial reaction, but to contemplate deeply into that, gaining different perspectives, you will grow in many, many different avenues if you develop an open mind and work on developing that into a greater perspective.
That reminds me of the concept of being able to see beneath the surface of all things. It also reminds me of what one of your students today, Master Aubrey Millard, stated, that the physical, the mental, and the spiritual must all work together in order for anything to be complete. Well, that's enough of the talking. Let's get into the action.
Okay. I'd like to call up my assistant, Jeremy Dancy, come and assist me with my demonstration. As many of you know, Seicho Jutsu, the art of growing, covers many, many aspects. Just as hard as it may be, that can also be soft and circular. Most of the things that I've been demonstrating through the past were rather offensive. Some may think aggressive. So we're going to go through an understanding of the soft, circular techniques instead. The first exercise that we practice is forms of sticking. So on this form of sticking, you're just trying to go with energy, or redirect energy. If I push on his hand, he pushes up, he gets hit. It's a basis. If I come up the other side, I push here, he comes here. The more flowing that you may get tricky and come from here, or from here, from here. I may push out. When he pushes back, I loop him from here. The same thing from this other side. He might get smart and go to slap me as I go with his slap and redirect it. From this basic understanding of flowing and the feel of energy and redirecting that energy, we develop it to another process. So as my opponent comes to strike me, continually striking me, it allows me to stick and redirect his energy. And as I redirect his energy, I can then again put him into a controlling technique and control him. Briefly, I'm going to try to bring this as brief as possible. but through the same flow of, put it up again, if he's coming to punch me and I move around and redirect his energy to where I want it to go, is the key point from here. Now, the same as I would redirect it there is if he was pushing my shoulder, as he pushes it, I can redirect it again, turning him back and putting him into a controlling technique again. Now, if he pushes me and I redirect it this way again, moving out and coming back up into a controlling technique as well. Everything is soft and flowing. So this is the concept to a lot of what we do. So if he was to grab a hold of me and we're fighting, and as he pushes me, I can redirect the push and put him into a controlling technique again. From here I'm putting a twist on his thumb. In case people don't see that. Anything you do, if you can understand energy, the force of energy, become one with that energy, and flow it, utilizing the basic concepts that you learn through your foundation of martial arts, the techniques will present themselves. So through this concept, instead of looking at techniques for techniques, we're looking at the foundation of movement that creates the technique first. As he comes to pull me, the same thing. His pull, I go with it. As I redirect his pull, it's good. I'm just doing soft circular technique, gaining control of his hand again, putting it behind his back, rolling him over, and having control again. I'll cut that out. That was just for making my dog bark. Okay, so basically, no matter what he does, if he grabs onto me, the same thing, hold on tight. And if, actually, I like Lauren to come and help me, just because Jeremy knows what I'm going to do. It's better to do it with Master Lauren Keatley. Hold on tight. Lauren's holding on tight. Everything works. As soon as I go to fight him, he's fighting me, he has complete control. If I don't use any resistance at all, I have complete control over Lauren. He doesn't know what happens. It doesn't matter how he is. The harder he is, if he's here, he has all this resistance. The trick, everybody's normal reaction is resistance. If somebody pushes you, you push back. Hold on tight, don't let me move. So, that is easy to control. The reason why I took Lauren is because Jeremy knows this, and then it's like, because it's kind of odd for the person that you're demonstrating the feel of if you resist, and I have resistance, it gives him strength. So here using the same using the same concept to be able to completely relax yourself and understand the flow of energy and utilize that energy is what we like to practice. No matter if it were a push, a pull, a punch, if you learn to flow and go with energy, the techniques present themselves. Okay, that's it for my demonstration.
Thank you very much for that food for thought. Ladies and gentlemen, Grandmaster Daniel Verkerke. At this time now, if anyone would like to